So just a reminder that we are finished now with this journey of going through the book called How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and Listen So Kids Will Talk by Faber and Maslish. I also mentioned last time about a new book that's out by the daughter of one of these authors, Joanna Faber, and co-written by Julie King, called How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen. And it's a book I highly recommend. And I also want to mention that Faber and Maslish have written some other very helpful parenting books. I can't even remember all of them now. There have been so many helpful ones, but Siblings Without Rivalry is one. How to Teach So Kids Will Learn is another one. How to Talk So Teens Will Listen and Listen So Teens Will Talk is another. There's another one they wrote, something about a happy family, but I can't remember the exact title of that now. Anyway, if you look up their names, Faber and Maslish, you will see these books on Amazon and a lot of different places. But to summarize what we've been talking about in this last section about freeing your child from playing roles or from labels that they've either attached to themselves or others have placed on them. There are basically 6 things that we talked about. And one of them, the first one was look for opportunities to show the child a new picture of himself or herself. So for example, let's say that the child is not known for taking good care of their toys, but there happens to be one toy that they've had for a while that looks pretty good. You've had that toy since you were 3 and it almost looks like new. So whatever the situation, you can adapt it. But the point is to try and give them a new picture of themselves. Secondly, put children in situations where they can see themselves differently. So maybe getting them to help you fix something that's broken. Instead of being blamed all the time for breaking things, maybe when you're repairing something. So the child might, or the parent might say to the child, Sarah, would you like to take the screwdriver and tighten the pulls on these drawers? Number 3, let children overhear you saying something positive about them to somebody else, maybe to your spouse, maybe to a grandparent, maybe to a neighbor or a friend's parent. But here's an example. Parent talking about their kid that went to the doctor to get a shot. He held his arm steady and didn't cry, even though the shot hurt. Number 4, model the behavior you'd like to see. Well, that should be number 1, shouldn't it? For all of us parents and all of our parenting situations. But let's say you're playing a game and you're the competitive type and you get upset when you lose or you go crazy when you win. But if you're going to model the behavior you'd like to see, you might say something like, it's hard to lose, but I'll try to be a sport about it. Congratulations. Number 5, be a storehouse for your child's special moments. In other words, be that family album, be that memory collector, so that when your child is having a hard time seeing themselves in a positive light because of what they think about themselves or what somebody else has said, you can say, I remember the time when I locked myself out of the house and I got you up to the window and you crawled through and got down on the floor and ran to the front door and let me in. I remember that time when you were just a small child, but you helped your younger siblings when they needed assistance. I remember the time that you could go on and on, but you be that memory collector. And when your child needs that encouragement, you be the one to say, I remember when I saw you in this way, being like this, doing this great thing. And then number 6, when your child acts according to the old label, state your feelings and your expectations. I don't like that. Despite your strong feelings, I expect sportsmanship from you. It makes me upset when you talk to me that way. I'm going to wait for you to rephrase it. I don't like it when you treat your brothers and sisters that way. I know that you can do better, and I expect you to be more helpful as the older sibling. So these are some examples of how we can help our kids get free of the labels and roles that maybe others have placed on them, or for some reason they've attached to themselves. We'll see you on the next edition of Parenting Matters with McCracken.